wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm just going to go and check that it is actually live. It's the one part of the step I haven't done. So good morning to everyone. And to those who are going to be watching the replay. Yeah, it's looking like it's supposed to be live. You'll hear a double up sound.
To hear the clicks.
There you go. Just to see that I'm actually moving, not frozen. So we are back here in the room, or studio rather. So it is Saturday morning, the 20th of November here in dull and overcast Port Elliot, South Australia, towards the end of our spring, and we still haven't had any sprung weather as far as I'm concerned. It's just almost feels like it's just the tail end of winter. It's so cool, and well, you know, it's what it is, isn't it? Nature knows its best weather, doesn't it? I've got the cards ready, so I'm going to switch around to those. We're here for our daily Lenormand card spread reading. I am, here we go, I am using the Bluebird Lenormand deck. It's a lovely deck. As you can see, it's a little more on the old-fashioned side, and it's probably on the weekends I do choose the other decks that I don't normally read. So that's a lovely deck. Oh, I'll put that on the wrong side too. So that's the deck, just in case. And good morning, Kim. So it's the same there in Sydney. Oh, goodness. Well, I suppose we are a big country. You expect it to be a bit different from one end to the other, don't you? Especially is when it's the bottom to the top. I don't like muggy and hot, so I'm quite happy being here. Good morning, Rosie. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you here. So, and both of you are not at work at the moment. I would say that you are actually here and present. It's wonderful to have you here. Now, we've got the usual owl card. I do like the owl card, so I still put that one forward. It's amazing things will happen. I need to stop being tongue-tied, I think. There we go. Isn't it a beautiful card? I just so love it. And you're still in bed, Rosie. I won't put that on the screen, but nothing wrong with that. Relax. It's a weekend. Not everyone works 7 days a week. Some do. Some do. Now, what I actually have here from the Bluebird Lenormand are the Gentleman. We've got the Ring, and we've got the Anchor. Now, they're sort of the things that are going to be at our conscious level today. Imagine if you put, I should do that the other way. If you put a line across there, and above the line is the conscious and what we're aware of, and below the line is more what is in our subconscious and what we're not quite aware of. It's there because our soul knows that, but it's not quite in that conscious level. So good morning, Carol. So you're here this morning with those beautiful, what are those flowers? I'm just going to have a look at the emojis. Yes, beautiful red, not roses, magnolias or something, aren't they? So anyway, let's get to the reading. I'm looking at them and thinking I should probably hold each one up as reading them because I do like the verses. It's why I like using this one as a bit of an alternative on the weekends as well. We've sort of got a little bit more time. Not that I'm going to stretch it out just to make, spread time. Good morning, Shaz. How are you? You're not in bed too, eh? Rest and relax. So with the Gentleman, I will need to pick them up because it's just too hard to read the verse that's there. Let's have a closer look. So, and this principal card shows a man tried and true, held high in regard. He tells fortunes for you, and upon your behest, if the cards are read well, the worst and the best the cards will foretell. So that's indicating that this gentleman's bringing in that masculine energy on the behalf of the reader and the interpretation. So it's having that more practical, stronger side of doing, and that aspect of what we're going to see in the cards this morning, okay? And up and have a coffee, but still in PJs. Oh, that's cute. See, I'm just got a coffee here too myself. So our next card is going to be the ring, okay? So here we have the ring. I just noticed the bruise showed up, didn't it? I had a procedure with a scan, so it's not anything that I've hurt myself with. It's just, the gel codes or whatever things are, they come out and they bruise. Right, the ring. Here we have the ring. And I'm trying to get the words in focus. Shaz, I want to borrow your new camera. Ring to the right, your love is alive. It will ever be bright and continue to thrive. Ring to the left and troubles begin. Your heart will be cleft and filled with chagrin. Now, these rhymes are relative. When it mentions where it is left, right, above, below type, it's because it's the grand tableau, was how the Lenormand deck has traditionally been read. So it's all the cards are spread out on the table. I will take you through one of those types of spreads at some point. And this is not focusing, is it? So what it's actually meaning with the ring, it is that commitment, and we've got it in the center, so it doesn't have any specific meaning of a left to right in this reading because it's central. So it's that commitment is central to who we are, to what we're doing in our day-to-day, to how our awareness is. It's something that you've said you do for, whether it's for self or someone else, and you're going to be able to honour that. It's going to shine up as that gem in your day, that you've been able to put in action what you've got as your goal, and, that cycle will continue. And it certainly... what do you call it? Good morning, Carolyn. It's a pleasant morning to something, because the jolly thing is hidden and it's not scrolling up very fast. So it's a pleasant morning to you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carolyn. So hard to see some of the comments, and I didn't read it before I showed it up. So yes, your new camera works great. Yeah, I think I might have to take something, invest a little bit and get one of those. And it was a stream cam, wasn't it? So here we've got the third in our conscious level this morning, what we're going to be able to see and feel in a fairly obvious and thought-provoking way. And we've got the anchor. Come on, focus. The anchor is a sign of a stable event, basked in sunshine, secure and content. When the anchor's some distance away from you, hope will fade and leave life askew. And that's to do with when you're reading the grand tableau again, or grand tableau. Because it is 4.5 rows. So if it's at the top, it means it's further away. Very interesting technique of reading the grand tableau. So here in this spread that I've created this morning, it's more about being able to anchor in what you're actually doing, what you're suggesting with the ring, as far as you're honouring and having that recognition. A ring can be a gift as well too. So it's that vow to self, that commitment to self or another, that's being honoured with that symbolism of a ring and the beautiful gem in it, and it's being anchored in as far as that stability of what you're having had done or followed through with, and the rest in the day. You're able to have that security of knowing that it can be done, because you've got the calm waters with the anchor holding you true, basically. So you are able to, with that beautiful doing type of energy of what the gentleman's bringing into this, above that consciousness line, being able to actually follow through and get things done, because it is steadying the day for us, so that it's bringing that commitment to the fore. And I'll explain the charm shortly. So now, as we're moving into our lower cards with the subconscious level, what we've got here, I will read it left to right. So we've actually got the snake as part of that is below in that subconscious, and Vile is the serpent who lulls with a bite. Be not indulgent or slow to the fight. Flee every moment she turns on the charm. This poised opponent will bring you to harm. So this is actually suggesting an awareness and being careful around what is below and in the grass or wherever a snake resides, because they tend to hide, they tend to stay and it's bringing forward that venom, that bite, that nasty, that just beware. It is actually having that awareness, bringing it to the fore. See, this is in that underground, this is in the subconscious. So a perfect space really to have the snake being present. They do have their good purpose as well, because snake will control the mice and the rats and things that are other types of nasties, really. I mean, they're only looking after their own environment. So certainly don't be afraid of them, in my view. Just be aware and know that they're there and part of what is the whole environment of what the natural world is. They're part of that, but it's also part of the energy that we bring into ourselves at the right times. We do need to have that awareness and being protective ourselves of what is around and about us, that we might be the snake itself, not have a snake around us. Okay, it all has its own balance there. Now, what we've got here is the lilies is the other part of what we're going to look at with our subconscious. So lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright and precious. Passion will abound, I'm guessing, as I'm looking at the shape of the words. So let's start that one again. So lilies are white, green leaves surround. The outlook is bright and passion will abound. When this card rests higher, it means good disposition. The card resting lower is a dubious position. So that's very interesting that the energy of the lilies actually chosen itself to be in the subconscious level. So it's bringing that calmness, I feel, to the snake, because the lilies for me are a peaceful type of a card. So maybe this is something that's going to be, and see how it has actually got a gentleman in that corner picture, and this one has the woman or lady in the corner. So we're actually finding that balance already in what is the subconscious. So allow what is the natural to occur. And, what we're bringing forward is the beauty of those lilies, the peacefulness, the tranquility, and at the same time allowing the snake to be in its own natural environment, ready to be brought forward when necessary, which could mean that at some point in the day, it might rear its head into what you're consciously seeing happening around and about you, as if it is a snake in the grass poking its head up. Or it could just be that you're seeing less of the nasties because the snake is here doing its thing, keeping control of what is the vermin in the subconscious world, if you can understand that. So that's how we've got these layouts and their meanings from what I'm reading off the cuff. Intuitively, basically. Tap into that for yourself as well. Good morning, Kat. Lovely to see you here as well. I love that photo. It's beautiful. And Shaz, the Logitech Streamcam. I thought it was that one. So anyway, I did decide as well to just pull a charm, and the charm that came out for being in this central position was the dragonfly. Now, part of that is I just take what I feel around dragonflies as my meaning. I don't read whatever definitions there are in books and stuff. So, look, it really could be coinciding with the first eclipse. I didn't stay up deliberately to go out and watch anything or otherwise, although I was up past midnight. I was doing other things. Probably just vegging out in front of the telly. I did spend a bit of time watching something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The energies that are around do infiltrate everybody's energy, whether we're aware of it or not, on that conscious level. So completely, definitely would be something like that. As well too, Carolyn. And you couldn't see anything as it was cloudy here. Look, I didn't bother going out. It was cold, and it probably was cloudy because the whole day yesterday was cloudy. It's looking like it's going to be cloudy here this morning as well. Grey. Whether it's going to rain, I'm not going to do my washing. If I have to do washing of clothes and put them in the dryer, that'll be tomorrow or Monday. Don't know. I've still got plenty wet. I don't mind. Now, so with the dragonfly, for me, it's a more personal symbol because it's something that it's a little creature that flies swiftly, can, change its direction, like flies of any type. And that sort of, well, is it an insect or is it, I don't know whether there's a technical name for them. There probably is. One of my daughters did study marine biology and then went into the more aquamarine rather than marine, freshwater. And she was studying dragonflies. So that for me brings thoughts and loving feelings towards for my daughter and the memories of things gone past and things for future. That this is central to what my day is today with having the dragonfly there. She was going through studies at the time in lab work. Is that up the right way, Eden? Yeah, it is. She was going through studies at the time where she had actually seen the differences in what the species were, and there was a new one. She could have named it after herself, scientist type stuff. So I've always loved the dragonfly because that was a lot to do with her life there at one point in time. And I suppose when we look at icons and symbols and symbolism for ourselves, what is it that you actually have as something that is strongly your own symbol, your own icon, or even an avatar or something like that? I mean, lots of these words are thrown about these days as far as what meaning there might even be for them for you. Your little pictures that we see here as far as the, for Caroline's, seeing her photo, and I'm just trying to think, everyone's got a photo of themselves, like it really is the little photos. They're those little things, not icons, they're called avatars or something like that. Yet an avatar once upon a time would have been an object that we held dearly, and or a persona specifically, I'm just trying to think of the other word for it. Now I can't even think of it. It starts with an A too. This is what a busy mind does. It skips through and can't grab hold. Where not the avatar, it's where you have an icon or something like a particular gem that now I can't remember it. Someone might put it in there no, don't remember it. And Carolyn, for you, your nana for dragonflies and your field work, past and present. Wow. So were you a scientist? Have you been doing scientific type studies and work as well? Because I know that my daughter would occasionally ring and just chat, say what sort of day she'd had out in the field because it was so horrible in the swampy stuff with all the mozzies, but she enjoyed the dragonflies aspect. Water resources, yeah. So you'd know the type of scenario she was in, studying what was actually in the water. So funny, so funny. But anyway, thank you so much for each and every one of you being here, and I hope that you can gain something as what the meaning in those cards is for you today, just to have that awareness that we do have our conscious level and our subconscious, that sometimes it really is just the experiences around us that create that knowing and understanding when we've been present in the moment, instead of allowing everything to be on autopilot and so much running in that subconscious level, instead of being an awareness that we can learn from in a more detailed, conscious way, obviously. So thank you for being here. So thank you, Kim. Have a great day, everyone. Washing, cleaning this morning, and craft projects later today for me. I'm doing courses. I love doing them. So it's something. I wouldn't say it's passion, but forever a learner. And I suppose that's why even, doing these, it in a sense is learning all the time and having that connection with other people and learning all the time. And it's just lovely. What have you gained out of your day? by bringing your consciousness and awareness to sitting watching someone sprout about cards and meanings and everything, to then move out and, you know, back to a normal something. Bring it to an awareness that you are actually stepping through being present each of the moments and connecting what might have been from this reading this morning, even if it's just the dragonfly charm you remember flitting around and you feel that presence of something that is flitting through your day with you. Not in the real sense that it's going to sting. Dragonflies don't, do they? I don't think so. I must learn a bit more about them. See, there's the learning process. Anyway, instead of raving on, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Keep being the best you that you can be. And till tomorrow morning, again at the 8 o'clock-ish. And namaste. Bye for now.